Hi everyone, my name is Alain Glanzman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of WalletFi. And I'd like today to start off with a problem that many of us in this audience are likely familiar with. And that's having absolutely no idea what's tied to your debit and credit cards on a monthly, recurring, and subscription basis. So if this sounds like you, turns out there are 40 million millennials that have 10 to 15 recurring charges tied to multiple bank cards. And as you can imagine, this creates a problem not only for the consumers, but also for the banks and financial institutions. On the consumer side, losing or replacing a card is an extremely painful process, right? And then there's no easy way to update your payment info when you do get that new card. And then there's the duplicate subscription charges that are becoming increasingly common. So maybe you're paying Netflix on 2 cards. I was guilty of that. Or maybe 3 people in your family have a Spotify account. This is a problem. On the bank side, millennials are more loyal to their subscriptions than they are to their banks. Additionally, there's customer churn that happens during the reissuance process, which puts top of wallet at risk. Well, fortunately, there's now a better way, and that better way is WalletFi. So what we've created is bank technology that allows the customer to easily identify all of their subscriptions, recurring charges, and card on file, and actually move those from the old card to the newly issued card, providing more financial control and a better customer experience. On the bank side, this helps to increase millennial engagement by helping the banks meet the millennials where they spend around their subscriptions, reduces customer churn, and helps secure top of wallet that they spend so much on trying to retain. So why now? Over the course of the rest of the day, you're going to hear a lot about millennials. And this is because millennials are the predominant consumer of financial services today, which means that digital is no longer optional. Additionally, the subscription economy has grown by 3,000% since 2013 and is now valued at over $102 billion. We've seen studies showing that the entire global economy is moving to a subscription on-demand basis. And if you don't believe that, look at the new Porsche Passport that just came out. You can now sign up for a Porsche on a subscription basis. And then there's a reissuance around fraud. 200 million cards are issued annually in the US, and when the Target breach happened, 40 million cards had to be reissued. Ultimately, the banks are the ones that pay the price for this, for something a lot of the times it's not even their fault that it happened. So how does it work? We have a machine learning algorithm that will help identify all of the recurring charges and subscriptions, and then we have a transfer mechanism that allows the customer to then click, say, for example, Netflix, and actually pick which card they want to drag and drop Netflix onto. Another thing to mention is that we just became part of the Fintech sandbox, so we have a large amount of test data from Morningstar, Quovo, and Yodlee that we're able to use to enhance the machine learning algorithm. So we're really excited about that. Our business model is straightforward. We're sold through banks through a white label and direct integration solution. We have a mobile iOS app. We provide data-driven insights, and we also have an API for the banks that don't want to push out another white label app. We've heard that from several banks, and which is why we have the API. Our revenue structure is pretty straightforward, a mix of implementation fees and a monthly charge per customer. Our sales pipeline has grown to over 30 banks and credit unions in just 4 months, and I mentioned the 4 months because we recently did the pivot from B2C to moving into the B2B2C space, and so we feel pretty proud about this pipeline in that it's happened in just a few short months, and banks are excited. We've moved 2 banks to proposals, and we're hoping to have our first deal closed by the end of the year. We've had really good traction since being founded in May of 2016. We won SoFi's MBA pitch competition. We started beta testing in January. We were invited to present down at South by Southwest in March. In April, we were accepted not to 1, but 2 global fintech accelerators, both the VC Fintech Accelerator sponsored by FIS, as well as the Barclays Techstars Accelerator. And ultimately, it was a relationship with FIS that made us choose to go down to the VC Fintech program. And that was definitely the right move. And you're going to hear from a couple alumni of that program later on today. Coming out of Demo Day, we raised a small seed round, which was $315,000 to support key hires, marketing, and bank partnerships, and we're working towards our Series A in Q2 of 2018. Behind WalletFi is a team of experienced entrepreneurs and bank executives. We know what it takes to grow a company. We know how to do it in the fintech space, and we're excited about the team that we've put together. So that's the product, that's the team, and we're excited to help enhance the customer experience. Thank you very much.